Hi guys, it's Kai here and welcome back to my channel, and today we are doing another Sims 1 redo. I know it's been a while, but I still thoroughly enjoy doing these. I think it's fun to go look back on, the old Sims houses, because building in Sims 1 was not easy, first of all, and second of all, you did not have the options that all the other Sims games have. So it's really cool to me to see these houses done in like the Sims 4. Even if you've done them in like the Sims 3 or Sims 2, let me know because I'd love to check them out. I think it's fun to see other like builders and how they would do things. And I've actually watched some other videos. Well, I say other videos. I've watched one other video on a like series similar to this, and it turned out so interesting because you can work off the same prompt essentially and end up with two totally different end goals. I don't know, I just thought it was interesting. But did I mention that this was 6 Sim Lane? If I didn't, I'm sorry. And hopefully I popped up a picture of it because, you probably don't know what 6 Sim Lane looks like. I honestly didn't know what 6 Sim Lane looked like anyway. And now that I think about it, when I was playing Sims 1, I almost exclusively only used like the newbie house. I don't remember anything else. Or maybe like the goth house. That's about it. Like I was a bad Sims player when it came to Sims 1. I mean, did anyone really play the Sims 1 well? Because that game was tough. Like, what I don't understand is how the Sims series even continued after Sims 1. Was it just the idea that the Sims was going to be this like really cool thing that people were like, yeah, maybe if we give them more time, they'll make it better? Because honestly, the Sims 1 was horrible. It was so hard to play. I don't know how anyone managed to do it. Don't know. But then again, I was really young when I played the Sims 1, so who knows? But that's besides the point. This is 6 Sim Lane. It's an empty house whenever you start out. So I keep picking these ones that are empty for selfish reasons, because it means that I can do it quickly. And I don't have a lot of time these days to spend building. So I just pick ones that are empty. That way I can kind of quickly slap it down and then move on to what I have in mind. But yeah, so it's a really kind of funky, not a funky shaped, but funky laid out house. It's got a bathroom, a bedroom, and then this kind of small open area. Like I feel like the bedroom is bigger than the small open area, which is strange. But anyways, I just like seeing how small this was and how it was laid out, I decided to make it a starter home. So this is actually one that you can download and use right away, no matter how much money, not no matter how much money, but if your sim is a starting sim, you can use it because it's under 20,000. And I also really like it because it's in a shape that is easy to expand. I can easily add another, level to it. I can easily bump out some walls and get more space in there. So I think that's kind of fun. And I actually think I want to go back and completely rebuild this. So if you've never seen these videos before, when I'm doing the redesign of it, I don't change the shape of it. I don't relocate doors and windows. I leave them as is, the same with the walls. So it's kind of like one of the limitations that I leave on myself. So it still has the character of the first house. I don't want it to change too dramatically, but I can add like porches and decks and things like that. And I did. But I think I want to go back and fully redo this house and just see what I can come up with by starting with this basic shape and maybe like adding a level, blowing out some walls. I don't know. I think it'd be so cool. And I think that's also kind of the point of a starting house, is like you start your sim here and you could put this house on like a slightly larger lot. And as you play and as you get more money, you can expand it, you can grow. That's kind of the whole point of the Sims, is to keep going. You don't just play with one sim and end there. It kind of, continues. But anyway, I'm getting rambly. I don't really know what I'm saying here, but it's all good. So yeah, starter house. I had a lot of trouble with the roof, which you're going to watch me kind of struggle with here, because it is kind of a funky shape to roof. And we don't have, I'm thankful for the roofs that they gave us, but we do not have enough to do all of the shapes that we can come up with. So the way that little front room is shaped, that has that kind of like, it's not an octagon, obviously, because it doesn't have 8 sides, but it's got the little bay window type situation going on. I can't roof that in a way that makes any sort of sense. And if I can roof that in a way that makes sense, and you know how, please let me know, because I struggled. I sat there, I turned the recording off and I sat there and I just looked at it and messed with the roofs and tried to come up with something that was going to look halfway decent. And it wasn't happening. I could not get it to work in a way that I was happy with. So that's when I started messing around with this whole porch situation. And again, I'm not completely thrilled with the way the porch situation turned out, but I really, truly, and honestly could not come up with anything else that made any sense to me. I struggled hardcore with the roof, and that's actually a theme that's been going on with these Sims 1 houses. They're in such a funky shape that it's hard for me to roof them in The Sims 4 unless I start moving things around, which I don't want to do. I do not want to change it because that's that's against what I said that I would do. Yeah, so it ended up okay, and it's fine, but it's not perfect. And I think the way I did the little back area here worked out a little better than the way the front area worked out, just because I was able to have part of it covered by a roof, and then the rest of it had kind of that, like, what do you call those? What do you call those? I don't know. It's not a gazebo. It's like it's a something, that vines usually grow on. I was going to put vines on it, but again, this is a starter home and plants are expensive. So it's kind of hard to actually get this house looking super cute while keeping it in budget, because I did want it to have like a higher end look to it without being outrageously expensive. So you can see, like, I try to use a lot of the new pack items, which I think I did end up using a good bit of the new pack items, but I think it worked out pretty well for being a starter home. I feel like I got a decent amount of good stuff in there, but it's lacking on decorations, which is fine, because again, decorations are expensive. Decorations and lights are expensive. I probably could have swapped out a couple of those lights for some of the cheaper lights, and it's, would have given me a little bit more money, but I'm happy with the way it turned out. You could always do more landscaping, but again, that's the glory of having a starter home, because you get it kind of at its bare bones with just the necessities, and you can quickly make it much nicer looking than it already is. And I personally am pretty proud of myself for the way I got it to do. What kind of sentence in that? For the way I got it to work, because like I said, I feel like I got some good items in there within the budget, and it worked out pretty well. But yeah, so we're coming to the end of the video here. I do not have screenshots because honestly, I was lazy and I didn't feel like going back into my game to get screenshots. I'm sorry. That's just me. And it's okay. I mean, really, do you need screenshots though? Like, tell me how much you depend on those screenshots, because I feel like you can see the house pretty well while we're going through this video. But anyway, you tell me if you want screenshots or not. I try to usually do them, but sometimes your girl's lazy. I can't help it. I'm sorry. But yeah, anyways, guys, please watch the rest of this video. But as always, leave your comments, suggestions, and feedback down below, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!